Hello Stellar friends and family, welcome to another Stellar Guitarist guitar tutorial. In today's lesson I'm going to be teaching you how to play Sundown. Now I have had so many people ask me to teach a Gordon Lightfoot song, and so I thought I would share with you today one of my personal favorites. So if this is something you'd be interested in learning, then go grab your guitar and let's jump into the tutorial today. So we've come in for a close-up. Make sure that your guitar is in standard tuning and that you have a capo on the second fret of your guitar so that we are in the same key as the original track sung by Gordon. So as I've mentioned, this is a beginner-friendly version of the song. I want you to remember that my channel is aimed at helping people learn how to play the guitar and to play songs in the shortest, sweetest, and most simple way possible. So most of my lessons are going to be simplified to help you feel confident and able to play any song on your guitar. Now Sundown is no different. I'm going to be showing you an easy way to play this song so that you can get stuck in and play right off the bat. Now the first chord we're going to need for this song is an E major chord. And we're going to strum all the strings for this one. Next up we have an E7. Now we have two ways we can play this. We can either just remove our ring finger, and that's going to give us a beautiful E7 chord. Now the other option, and this is the one I feel sounds more like the original and the one I'm going to be using, is where we're going to be placing our pinky on the B string in the 3rd fret. And we're still going to keep that ring finger lifted off. We're really going to get those treble notes coming through. The third chord we're going to need is a B7. Now this is not the most beginner friendly chord that there is. Unfortunately, there's no real way around this, and the B7 chord is going to look like this and sound like this. And the way that we form this chord is we're going to put our middle finger in the 2nd fret on the A string. We're going to put our first finger on the D string in the 1st fret, and then our ring finger is going to go onto the G string in the 3rd fret, and our pinky is going to go on the E string in the 3rd fret, and we're going to strum from the A string down. And if you can't get all those 4 fingers down at once, I have an easy alternative, which is my easy B7, where we're just playing with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers. These are our stronger fingers on our chord changing hand. Our pinky sometimes can drop the ball, so taking him out of the equation might help you at the very start of your journey. So this is an easy alternative, or you can add that pinky and play the full B7 chord. The next chord we have is an A major chord, which you can play with your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers, or you can play with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. And to be quite honest, in this piece, I alternate between this shape and playing it in this version. So it really is up to you what feels most comfortable. And then the final chord that we're going to need is a good old D major chord. So take some time now to practice changing back and forth between those chord shapes, and then we're going to move on into the next section of the lesson. So I'm especially excited to be recording this lesson today because I'm able to use my brand new studio recording space. So a shout out to my sister who flew out to Dubai, and she spent a week with me where we were able to make over this entire space. And it is now multifunctional, where I can record my YouTube videos. I am able to use my desk space to edit and to create new content for all of you. And I can also use the space to relax. I just am so excited to share this brand new space with everyone. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did she do a good job? I'd love to read and share with her what your thoughts are on this brand new recording space. So next up, let's look at the strumming pattern that we're going to be using in the song. Now, if you listen to the original recording, you can hear Gordon is using quite a number of different strumming patterns. He's playing in a very freestyle way. And to make things simple and to make sure that this lesson is catering to my audience, I'm going to be showing you how to play a strumming pattern that you can use throughout the entire song as your base, as a foundation for playing this specific track. So the strumming pattern that we're going to be looking at sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what we're doing are down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Make sure that you are swinging your wrist back and forth like a pendulum, nice and smooth, easy motions. Have a really relaxed wrist when you are doing this. Even give it a little shake back and forth before you give it a try. And then when you put your pick to your strings, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's give that a try on the E major chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now once you can do that and your chords and strumming are sounding nice and smooth, we can add some dynamics to make it sound a lot more like the original track. So what we're going to be doing is alternating our pick between bass strings and the treble strings. So if we go back and put an E chord on the guitar, we're going to be playing a down, up on our bass strings, followed by a down, up on our treble strings. So 1 and will be on the bass, 2 and will be on the treble. And the same for the 3 and the 4 and on the treble. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something you can do if that is easy for you is that you can put more emphasis on the 2 and the 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So spend some time here just working on the strumming pattern, starting off nice and slowly, just using an E major chord for now and focusing on just getting that strumming pattern sounding just right. Now, if you're enjoying my tutorial here over on YouTube, then please could I ask you to go ahead and like this video and to subscribe to my channel. Why not put that notifications button on as well so that you don't miss any lessons that I release in the future. All your support really helps me in being able to continue making lessons just like this for you every single week. So thank you very much. So we're going to have 3 sections that we're going to be learning in today's tutorial. We have the intro, the verse, and the chorus. Now we're going to jump into starting with the intro, and the chords are going to be up on the screen, and every chord you see on the screen is going to get 1 full round of the strumming pattern that we learned in the previous section. So we're going to have the E chord, and we're going to play that 4 times, followed by 2 rounds of the E7 chord, and then back to that E major chord again. So the intro is going to sound something like this: a 1, 2, 3, 4, E. For a second time, third time, and 4th time. You're going to change that E7, 1, 2, and then back to the E for 2 rounds. 1, 2. So let's give that another try without any pauses between the chord changes. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We switch to E7. 1, 2, and back to E. 1, 2. Moving on to the verse, the chord sequence is going to be 2 rounds of the E chord. We're We're then going to have a B7 chord for one round before moving back to that E chord. And that is going to be the same chord sequence for the verse throughout the song. So if we play through the verse together now using our strumming pattern, it's going to sound like this. Starting on the E, here we go, and 1, 2, switch to B7, 1, and back to E again. So if we try that one more time with a little bit of the singing, a 1, 2, 3, I can E again, to B7, and back to E again. Now, if you are struggling with that strumming pattern and it's a little bit difficult for you to get the down and the ups and the accents between the bass strings and the treble strings, and it's just all a little bit too much for you at the moment, then we can always take it a few steps back and you can play the song using just down strums on beats 1, 2, 3, 4. So the demo of that in the verse would sound like this. Starting on the E, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and E, 2, 3, 4. Repeat, 2, 3, 4 to B7, 2, 3, 4, and E again. And if we just add a bit of singing for a little bit more context, it will sound like this. I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. And that is going to work perfectly for the entire song. So you need to choose the strumming pattern that is going to suit you at your specific level. And the final section that we're going to be looking at today is the chorus. And the chords in the chorus are going to be an E, to an A, to a D major, and back to the E. And that chord sequence is going to be repeated twice in the chorus. So the chorus is going to sound something like this, starting on that E, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and E. Sundown, you A, take care. If I D, you've been creeping round, E backstairs. E, sundown, you A, take care. If I D, you've been creeping round, E backstairs. Now, if you have been having a tough time in today's tutorial, maybe you need a little bit of guidance and help on your guitar journey, then I really want to encourage you to click the link below this video and come and sign up for my amazing beginner guitar program, the Stellar Academy. I want you to remember that playing songs like this over here on YouTube is like running before you can crawl. So the Stellar Academy is a great place for you to find your walking legs so that you can play all your favorite songs on YouTube with confidence. So go ahead, click the link below the video, and I really hope to welcome you into my awesome guitar program. So those are the 3 main sections of how to play Sundown. All that's left to do now is to join me in the next section of today's lesson, and we're going to be playing a mini playthrough of the song. Right, let's take it from the top. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you been creeping round my back stairs. She been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. Alright you guys, there you have it. That is how you play Sundown on the guitar. I really hope that you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, then I know you're going to love the lesson being suggested to you right now on the screen, so go check it out. I hope to see you in next week's lesson. Have a really wonderful day. Bye!